Duck, the Great Western engine, puffed sadly to Edward's station. "It's not fair," he complained. "Diesel has been telling lies about me and made the Fat Controller and all the engines think I'm horrid." Edward smiled. "I know you aren't, and so does the Fat Controller. You wait and see. Why don't you help me with these trucks?" Duck felt happier with Edward and set to work at once.
Ooh, I'm sorry I'm late. I took a shortcut, but I got lost.
Huh. I never get lost. I know the railway better than any other engine. Some very important passengers and a group of workmen are waiting at Great Waterton. The first engine to arrive will pick up the very important passenger. The second will collect the workmen.
Gordon didn't want to pick up the workmen. He wanted to pick up the very important passengers.
I've got to get coal and water. See you at Great Waterton, Gordon.
And Stanley chuffed cheerily away. Gordon was determined to arrive at Great Waterton first. Gordon puffed up to a junction. He could see Stanley ahead. Gordon was worried. Then he had an idea.
If I take a shortcut,
he huffed to himself,
I will arrive at Great Waterton before Stanley.
So Gordon took the other track.
The trucks were silly, heavy and noisy. The two engines had to work hard, pushing and pulling all afternoon. At last they reached the top of the hill. "Goodbye," whistled Duck, and rolled gently over the crossing to the other line.
Gordon steamed further along his shortcut.
I should be at Great Waterton by now,
he thought. Gordon puffed around a bend. Ahead, there was a bridge.
Hooray! That must be the Great Waterton Bridge.
But under the bridge, it wasn't Great Waterton. It was a repair yard. Gordon saw Oliver and Toad. They were having their wheels oiled. "Are you lost? Would you like some help?"
No, thank you. I'm not lost.
And Gordon chuffed quickly away.
Duck loved coasting down the hill, running easily with the wind whistling past. Suddenly, it was a guard's warning whistle. "Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah," laughed the trucks. "We've broken away, we've broken away. Chase him, bump him, throw him off the rails," they yelled. "Hurry, Duck, hurry," said the driver. They raced through Edward's station, but the trucks were catching up. "As fast as we can, then they'll catch us gradually." The driver was gaining control. "Another clear mile and we'll do it." "Oh, glory, look at that!" James was just pulling out on their line from the station ahead. Any minute there could be a crash. "It's up to you now, Duck," cried the driver. Duck put every ounce of weight and steam against the trucks. "It's too late," Duck groaned and shut his eyes. He veered into a siding where a barber had set up shop. He was shaving a customer.
Gordon steamed along. Now he was more worried. His shortcut was taking longer and longer. Then he saw another bridge.
Hooray! Here's the Great Waterton Bridge.
But under the bridge, it wasn't Great Waterton. It was the shunting yard of a logging station. Gordon had never been here before. The logs started to roll down the hill.
Bust my buffers. Those logs will block the lower track. I must stop Stanley.
But Gordon didn't know which track to take. Gordon knew his shortcut hadn't worked. Now he needed to ask for help.
Please, stop! I'm lost. I need to get to the lower track as quickly as possible.
Oliver was happy to help.
The silly trucks had knocked their guard off his van and left him far behind after he had whistled a warning. But the trucks didn't care. They were feeling very pleased with themselves. Beg pardon, sir, gasped Duck. Excuse my intrusion,
No, I won't.
said the barber.
You've frightened my customers. I'll teach you.
Poor Duck.
I do not like engines popping through my walls.
Fumed the barber,
I appreciate your feelings,
said the fat controller.
but you must know that this engine and his crew have prevented a serious accident. It was a very close shave. Oh,
Said the barber.
excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were being a brave engine.
That's all right, sir. I didn't know that either,
You were very brave indeed.
said the fat controller.
I'm proud of you.
At last, Gordon puffed on to the lower track. He could see the logs had fallen across Stanley's line. Then he saw Stanley chuffing round the bend. Gordon blew his whistle long and loud.
Stop, Stanley! Stop!
Stanley applied his brakes and screeched to a halt just in front of the logs. Soon Rocky arrived. He cleared the logs in no time.
I'm sorry, Stanley. This was all my fault. I wanted to take a shortcut. I wanted to pick up the very important passengers. But now I want you to collect them.
Stanley was delighted. Later, the very important passengers were all on board Stanley's carriages. Stanley felt very proud. Gordon puffed in to collect the workmen.
I won't be taking any shortcuts this time.
Stanley laughed, and Gordon smiled at his new friend.
Now he's got a flashlight to call his very own. He's ready to select you,